And good morning, ladies and gents. I'm going to try and give you a couple hints on the second day of this solving by factoring worksheet, since there was some confusion yesterday. So a couple of hints like number one here, right? Really, you have to make both of these pieces equal to 0. So if you set 3p equal to 0, right, you divide both sides by 3, so you get p equals 0. So one of these answers has to be a 0, right? For p minus 5 to equal 0, you would add 5 to both sides, and then you get p equals 5. So your two answers are 5 and 0. So number one is B. Right, so that's the technique you're going to use as you go through. So some of these are a little trickier, some of these are a little easier. If you look at number 4, right, this 7 in front we do nothing with, so that means nothing for our answer. But inside we get an answer here and an answer here. So we'll do the easier one first. So if n plus 3 equals 0, really you subtract 3 and you're going to get n equals negative 3. So right there, oh, look, there's only one negative 3, so this is our answer. But let me show you how you get 4 over 7. So from the other side here, 7n minus 4, if you make that alone equal to 0, right, you would add 4 and then divide by 7. So 4 over 7 would be that solution. Right, so that's how we're doing all these already factored problems. So 1, let's see, down through 6, 7, 8, up to 10 are all the same idea of, like this one, minus 2, because you subtract it over, and minus 3. So hey, there's another answer. So really, it's pretty simple in the factored form to find those solutions. Now these other ones are a little tougher because these are all the old factoring methods. Like just off the top of my head, I can see number 12 has no number in front. This is the easy factoring. What multiplies for 12, adds for negative 7, and then you solve like the previous problems. Same thing for 13. What multiplies for 16 adds for negative 10. What multiplies for negative 48 adds for negative 2. These are all the simple factoring ones. The harder ones are if you have a number in front, of course look for a GCF first, but then you do the M method. Remember the M thing and you have to factor, so you have to remember those methods. Right, like number 15. Actually, this works out nicely because the 5 divides out as a GCF, so this will turn into simple factoring when you're done. Like this is simple factoring. Let's see, this looks like it has a GCF. This has a GCF. So look for those GCFs and reduce those if need be to get the simple factoring methods. All right, so like this one, I'll give you a hint for this. If it's 24, if you have to multiply for 24 and add for 10, well, you would get 6 and 4, right? So if you had x plus 6 and x plus 4 equals 0, when you subtract them, you get the opposite. So you get x minus 4 and x minus 6. So D is your answer. So try that out. Hopefully this helps out a little bit better. And it's the same idea as yesterday's worksheet if you had trouble on that. Thanks, guys.